I'm back. I'm back from my 2-week vacation. Got a haircut. Am I glowing? And that's the topic for today's video, lights. How to paint lights from your headlights of your car to emergency lights in a diorama, a rune, a glowing rune in a sword or whatever, armor, right? Maybe even glowing rocks, who knows? I'm gonna be teaching you how to paint these things today. It's very simple, actually. My name is Paul from Sunward Hobbies. Today we're gonna be starting you off with the magic of Tamiya acrylic clear paints. It is a prime paint to be used on unprimed plastic. Look at how vibrant this is. This is crazy. This is unprimed, by the way, and no top coat varnish or whatever. Look at that. And this is the other one I was painting. Look at that. I had a harder time painting this because it's not on sprue. I would recommend painting anything clear like this on a sprue, or anything small and awkward like an oval on a sprue, and then cut it off later. So that's one way to do it, and it's the easiest way. Literally just grab your clear part and just slap the paint on. And by paint, I mean any of Tamiya's clears, because they're the best. And for this example, I used X27. For the next tip, we're gonna be using silver, any kind of silver, so long as it's vibrant. You don't have to thin the paints down, just flip. We're gonna be painting the other side, right here, the underside of it. I'm gonna be just putting a little bit on it, but covering the whole bottom surface. Just like that, short, simple, to the point. And then, once that's done, flip it over. On the side where you haven't painted anything at all, you would apply your clear paint, and thinly at that. I should not have removed this thing from the sprue. Now I'm having difficulty painting it. Come on, stay in one place, please. As you can see, there's no valid way of doing this. Both are completely valid. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you just want a deep, darker look, then you don't have to prime. You don't have to do anything with the silver backing. Just go ahead and paint up the clear paint. That's about it. Same with this, right? Look at that, very deep. But if you want a little bit more brightness, reflectiveness, contrast, I would put silver, a really reflective silver. And I didn't even do that here, and yet look, it's still shining very brightly because of it. It's nice. Here's a closer look / comparison with the light shining directly overhead. For this next and last demo, we're going to be using the base of the Necron Void Dragon, a miniature full of these glowing runes, and we're going to be taking advantage of that. So I'm going to be painting the base off camera, but I did prime him with Vallejo Black. All right, look at that. If you want a tutorial on how to do and paint something like this, especially if you're a Necron player, let me know and I'll do one for you. Step 1, grab the appropriate brush for this panel lining job, which will be, for me anyway, the P54000. Fits just right, and any overspill can be counted as a glow effect. Step 2 is to thin down white paint with glaze medium so it's extra smooth. And then we will put that onto the trench or the panel line. For the final step, we'll be using Tesseract Glow. And I'll be adding just a drop of glaze medium. Here we go. That central trench there, a central trench, I can't talk, will be the quote-unquote main power source of this rock. So we can apply just Tesseract Glow on the smaller cracks, providing this illusion that it's not as intense there, but there's still some power. There we go. Just start cleaning up any sort of messes to make it more neat, and maybe add a bit more layering of the glow, and we're golden. Just bring back the original colors. This is Incubi Darkness, by the way. Just keep layering the color on, because obviously the white is very vibrant, so initially it looked terrible. But the moment you keep layering it and layering it and layering it on with thin coats, the more gradual the coating will look. Was that my long-winded way of saying paint white and then the color you want, but thinly? Yeah, it is. So, to recap, we have just the color itself. Then we have the color but backed by something chromy or silver, preferably something reflective. Right? A little bit more bright, but not as deep. Then we have more of a glowy effect, which is backed not by itself or by silver, but by white. And if you keep layering on the effect while it dries, the better it will look. Perfect for more environmental effects and armor. Actually with like the lights, but surrounding the lights. It's perfect for that effect. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching this light/glowy rune effect video. Hope you had a lot of fun and learned something with the 3 types of ways to do it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.